Welcome to my caregiver training workshop. Today we're going to do the following objectives. And the first thing that we're going to learn about is how we compare and contrast normal aging versus not normal aging, and how this relates to your various cognitive functions. Then we're going to look at the 5 sensory input and processing systems. We're going to highlight the dominant role of vision and the major difference between protective and discriminating sensation in each one. So we're going to start off watching a video of the world-renowned dementia expert Teepa Snell, and then we'll talk about it afterward.
Normal aging and not aging. Now understand. What we're going to talk about now is the difference between normal aging and not normal aging. Now understand, I did not say dementia, I just said normal aging, not normal aging, because one of our big misconceptions in this country is that if it's not normal aging, it's going to be dementia. And that's not true. So we've got to get that one off the table. So what I'm going to do very quickly is give you these that are going to take you through normal versus not normal. So I'll do normal first. I'm in the living room, and I've been watching a TV program, and the program finishes, and I decide, you know what, I'm thirsty. I think I'm going to go make a pot of coffee. And I head toward the kitchen to make coffee. But before I get all the way in the kitchen, the telephone rings. And so I answer the telephone. Hello? Oh, hey, sweetheart. How have you been? Well, yes, of course I know who it is. It's, right on the tip of my tongue. It starts with a B. Betty, of course it's Betty. Sorry. Recognized your voice right away, just couldn't think of your name. Yeah, senior moment. Huh? What? Oh, no, I'd love to get together. Oh, today? Okay, what? At 2? This afternoon? All right. Oh, at the mall. Okay, well, which end? Macy's. Oh, that's where JCPenney's was, right? They moved out and then Macy's. I know what you're talking about. Absolutely. The menswear, is that the same? Yep, I know where to be. 2 o'clock, I'll be there. Wait right inside the door. I'll be waiting right inside that door. It's supposed to be a little chilly this afternoon. Yeah? Huh? What? Oh, they opened a new chocolate store. Oh. Well, you know me. You know what I'm going to get. I'll get caramels. I always get caramels. You're going to get, I know you like the white flaky stuff in chocolate. Yes, coconut, of course. That's you. Huh? Oh, no, I'll be happy to call and see if Margaret wants to come. That'd be great. Yeah. All the vacation pictures? Oh, yeah, I'll bring them. Wait till you see yourself in that bathing suit. Oh, I was just kidding. Just teasing you. You know how I am. Such a teaser. She's getting fat. I'm not going to say it, but she sure is getting fat. Okay. Huh? What? No, I didn't say anything. I was just talking to myself. Writing a note. All right, sweetheart. Well, I'll see you then. Love you. Okay. Bye-bye. What did I come in here for? Okay, hang on. Let me think here. I was in the living room. I was watching the TV. Program ended. Betty hadn't called. I've been able to... Okay, let me think on this. Okay. I was in the living room. I was sitting right here. Okay, the program ended, and I thought... Oh. Coffee. Why could I not think of that? Lord knows I'm losing it. Now, all of you got dead silent.
So now pick up where we left off.
Every single time, the room is dead silent. Because if you just think old people are worried about this crap, no, we're all concerned. Because you're going, I think I've done that. I did that just yesterday. What you've totally forgot, because in that moment your brain was like, Because I said that was normal. I was going to do normal first. So here's what I think I better do. Do this. Roll your shoulders. I think we better do it one more time. You need to let it go. Breathe out all the way because you guys are going. And by the end, your brain's going, shit, oh my God, you got it. I got it. You especially when I had to come back and sit in the chair. You're going, oh my God. So.
Okay, so has anything like that ever happened to any of you guys?
Yeah.
Have you ever been thinking about something and forgot what you were going to do next?
You stopped and had to do something.
And
Got distracted.
have you ever noticed other people do that?
No. I remember I was going to do something. I forget what it was now. I think I was taking out the recycle. Then someone else asked me to go feed the dog, and then I forgot.
And you didn't take out the recycle, and then later you realize, oh,
That was my
the recycle. I got to do the recycle. So now I want you guys to think about this for a few moments to yourself. Why do you think that happens? And while you're watching, did you notice your breathing change at all yourselves? And while it seemed kind of funny what was happening to her, was it also kind of, did it make you anxious? Were you thinking about that happening to yourself? So now that you guys have thought about that, I just kind of want to explain to you when your brain gets anxious or nervous, it dumps cortisol. And cortisol is a stress hormone, and it gets dumped into your system and it causes you to become even more distressed, and your brain doesn't work as well as it normally does. And this is a normal aging. Breathing slowly, deeply, and making sure to breathe out fully helps drop cortisol levels back down to normal, and therefore you can think and you can process your emotions more clearly. So I want everybody right now to take 3 deep breaths. We'll do them together. We'll do the first one. Breathe out. Make sure you breathe all the way out. And we'll do the second one. Now the third one. And so hopefully our cortisol levels are all back down to normal and we're thinking clearly and processing information. And we're going to keep watching the video again for the next 5 minutes.
Okay, so here we go. Hand up. Human beings have 5 ways to take things from...
And I want you guys to follow Tipa, and she's going to make you use your hands, and it's going to help us remember the information a little bit more clearly. So try to follow what Tipa does with her hands.
Do this out there and get them in their brain. 5 ways to take data from the world around you and put it in here so you can use it. You can process it, you can understand it, you can appreciate it. So the number 1 way, notice how it's separated from all the others. It's special. Do this, be an artist. Visual data. Visual data is the most powerful incoming data. It is what human beings prefer, and it is what they want first in any way of collecting data. They want to see something first. It allows them to see it, and then they can start to think about what they want to do next. But what you see is the most powerful sensory input that you're going to get in your brain. But here's the interesting thing about vision. Show me what you see with. Point to what you see with. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Put your hand back here. This is where you process in your brain what you see. So brain activity in the occipital area, the back of your brain, is where you process visual input. There's a little bit of distance there, isn't there? What connects the input system to the processing system is wiring. And in dementia, all wiring goes on the fritz and then dies. Just so you know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of wiring here. It's complicated wiring. It's actually fairly complicated because how many eyes do you have? 2. So you've got to take in data from 2 eyes, integrate those 2 pieces of data, process it, and then make sense of it. So all that's happening in the back of the brain. I'll show you in a few minutes. A huge amount of your brain devoted to visual processing. It's huge. There's also wiring between what you see and some other parts.
Okay.
Second way that you get data in your brain, you're indexing. Oh, look at how it points to things. What you hear, auditory incoming. Auditory data is the second most important way that human beings get data into their brain. Auditory. But if you hear a sound off to the side, what will you immediately do? Look! Because this is primary. This just alerts you to go look and see what it is you want to see. So when it comes to dementia, visual then auditory. People with dementia pay more attention and are getting more value out of what they see than what they hear. This is secondary, this is primary. Guess what caregivers like to do a lot though? Do this. Y'all love to run your mouth. You think they're paying attention to what you're saying. What they're doing is watching you when you're saying it.
That's milk.
And they're picking up on your visual cues, but they're missing the
That's
content.
garlic.
Do this.
That's
So
garlic.
take the weapon that you've created,
That's this.
put it to your head, and pull the trigger. Because what happens is we think they're processing what we're giving them verbally, and what they're really processing is how we look visually and how we sound, but not necessarily the content. And because we're not on the same page, they're not getting this, they're getting this. We think they're getting this. This is not going to match. Who has to change? We do. So we have to use less of this and start with this. And learn to use visual more than auditory. Third way you get data in auditory. Put your hands right here. Your temporal lobes. Both sides are involved, but they're very different. This side is very different than this side. How many ears do you have? 2. All forms of dementia, all forms attack the brain asymmetrically. It means it attacks one side of the brain more than the other. That's how it works. It hits one side and then it spreads more. So what happens in general, the left side of the brain is generally attacked sooner and faster and more devastatingly than the right side of the brain. We don't know exactly why, but most patterns of dementia attack, you're going to see more on the left than on the right. Left, right, language areas, but they're different. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Third way that you get data in your brain, take that middle finger, drop it down, and touch it to the back of your hand. Now this is actually complicated, and this is one of the most complicated, and it also takes up a lot of brain space. This is sensory motor. You feel something, you do something, you do something, you feel something. They're wired together. So that when you feel something, if you like it, you do more of it. If you don't like it, you stop doing it. So when you feel something, you do something to change or encourage or facilitate what you're feeling, and if you don't like it, you don't do it anymore. Here's the biggest challenge of dementia care. Turn to the person next to you. And if you will come up this time. Thanks. All right, now what we're going to do is eliminate vision, and we're not going to talk. Taking away 2 of the ways that you would normally be able to get data into your brain, and I'm just going to use that third way. Oh. Go ahead and do that so you get the feel of what it feels like when you're doing this. So you can already tell where I'm going with this. This is not a good one to start with because most people are not fond of the idea of starting an interaction like this. And I do this particularly so you'll start to get the idea, no touching until you've done a visual verbal, and only then are you allowed to do the touch. You got to make sure they come together. So here's what we're going to do. You close your eyes. People with dementia, put your hands behind your back because I want you to feel incredibly vulnerable. That's what this disease does. It robs you of skills, so you suddenly are pretty vulnerable. And you thought you were competent. Okay, so caregivers, here's what you're going to do. You watch me and do to them what I do to my person. Okay, y'all should have your eyes closed. There should be no peeking. Notice how many of you opened them up to see what I was up to. Yeah, they're sneaky like that.
You can keep your eyes.
Okay, you ready? We're going to use these. Are you ready? And now, one more. Now, I'm going to pause you.
Okay, so we're gonna try that. One person, close your eyes. Ryan, you close your eyes. Connor, you close your eyes. Dad, you close your eyes. Luke, you close your eyes. And the other person, I want you to do what Tifa was doing, kind of do this to the hair, touch them all over. Okay, so what happened there?
Tickled.
You get tickled?
Yeah.
And Dad, how did that feel?
It didn't bother me.
Didn't bother you. Connor, did it bother you?
A little, yeah.
Ryan, how did it make you feel?
She bullied me.
It was like it was bowling. Luke, how did you feel? It bugged you, okay.
And then take all you.
So I want you guys to kind of talk with each other right now. And I want you to explain what you wanted to do when somebody was touching you.
I wanted to swat their hand away.
You wanted to swat their hand away, okay?
I wanted to run.
So Ryan wanted to run away. Luke wanted to hit. Connor wanted to hit.
I
Dad,
wanted to hit and then
what did you want
I
to
would
do?
have wanted them to stop. pretty
You wanted
simple.
them to stop, okay. So, why did you guys feel that that was your response? Why did it feel that way?
Didn't like it?
Do you think it had anything to do with your eyes being closed and kind of feeling vulnerable? And it's like somebody's touching you, but you can't see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Not sure
You
what
can't
they're
see
doing to
whatever
you.
you can't see what they're doing to you when your eyes are closed.
So, how would that feel if you were someone with dementia, do you think?
Probably worse even.
Probably worse, more confusion maybe. And so how does this exercise that we did apply to when you're trying to help someone with dementia? Maybe you're trying to help them get dressed or you're trying to fix their hair. How does this apply?
We want to try not to invade their personal vulnerability.
Okay,
Move slowly.
move slowly. And like Tipa was saying, you want to try to connect the visual and the auditory before maybe you just start touching so that people are aware of what you're going to be doing. Okay, so one last question. Is it true that we often do to someone rather than do with someone? In Mom's instance, is it true that when she needs help, we'll just do something to her rather than trying to get her to do it with us? It's easier, it's faster, but maybe it's not best for how she's feeling. Okay, we're gonna watch 20 more seconds of the video and then we'll talk a little bit more.
How many of you found at some point you were being touched, your eyes flew open? How many of you realized you had a really hard time not going, oh, wait a minute, hang on there. Now what I want you to do right now is touch yourself where we just touched it. Go ahead and touch yourself where we made the touches.
Okay, go ahead.
It doesn't feel that bad.
Okay, so how was it different?
I did it softer than he did. I'm tickling myself.
And maybe you knew what was happening?
Yeah. I knew exactly what was happening.
How is it the same?
Still being touched.
You touched yourself still and did the same
Still
spot?
being touched.
Okay.
Where you were.
Now, maybe you guys can talk to each other now just for a couple minutes. Why do you think it felt different? and what made it feel different. Just talk to each other about it. Talk to
Well,
them.
I touched my own control as well.
Yeah, you knew it was
I
happening.
always touch my
Yeah.
control. You guys were just-
It's easier than someone else.
And I was more aware of what I was doing.
I know. Yeah, it depends what
I had no idea what was going on. So,
your brain was telling you.
Okay.
Right? If you could go here, I could think you're able. Justin, it's because your brain is telling your arm to do that instead of someone else's. What are they doing?
Right. So you were aware of what was happening rather than.
Yeah, you knew you were having what was happening because you were doing it.
Perfect. So it's good that you guys are understanding why, and hopefully maybe we can use that now if we're trying to help them. But now we're going to watch another 5 minutes of the video, and then we'll do an exercise afterward. Okay?
How many of you feel that that feels different than when we touched you? Yeah, because if you are doing it yourself, you're actually sending and receiving, and it's a closed circuit. However, when we do to you, it's an open circuit, and for your brain, we eliminated the knowledge of where and when the touch was going to occur, and so your brain was going, oh, 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 oh. It was a hyper alerting, and let me tell you something that we don't think about touch. Light moving touch. Light moving touch. Cockroaches crawling on your skin. Clothes rubbing across. Someone sneaking up. Light moving touch is an alerting, arousing touch. It's the hyper alert kind of thing. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Because it says something's coming and you don't know what it is. And so what happens when we put our hands on people, even lightly, so you touch them lightly and say, wake up, sweetheart. Boom! Because it came out of nowhere. So what I'm going to do is have you try something a little different. And we'll really work on this skill this afternoon, but I want you to test drive the mind and see if it makes a difference. Okay? I want you to shake hands with the person. Now, I want you to tell me for a second, what's the most common contact we have with other human beings when we're greeting them and interacting with them? Contact, right? So shake hands, and notice the next thing you're going to want to do is like up. Up. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Because I want to stay connected, because I want to keep the touch so that you'll know what I'm going to do. But the problem is when I lose skill and keep strength, and I like pressure, go ahead and do it. Ow! Wait, Mom, let go. Let go. What are you doing? Okay? Or if they feel like I'm trying to hold on to them, it makes them want to get away from me. Okay? So what we're going to do is as soon as we shake, where did I tell you found comfort? So what we're going to do, and I don't want to trap your fingers. I want to leave your fingers free. I want my fingers free, but I want to be connected to you. So what I'm going to do is slide like this. Do this. Open your fingers up, both of you. Open your fingers up. Make them go like this. You should feel like you've created a bird. A butterfly. You're connected, but you're free to move. Close them down. They can hold on to you. They can use strength, they might use skill. It's comforting because you've got pressure down there at the palm. And here's the really cool part. Hold on to them with your strength fingers, and you still can use your skill fingers. How cool is that? And you turn it so you're underneath, which gives the sense of, I'm here to support you and help you, not to try to keep you from doing things. Okay?
Okay. So this is called the hand under hand technique, and I use it a lot with Mom. It's not something I think anybody's probably ever seen or realized, but I want you guys to practice it, and I think it has made certain things a lot easier. walking or if you're doing a lot of different things. So partner up, and you guys can practice doing the hand under hand technique. So, Megan, you'll be the person with dementia. Kenneth, you'll be the person with dementia. Dad, you're the person with dementia, and Luke, you're the person with dementia. So let's check it out, Ryan.
Is this correct?
So this is correct, yep. And I want you kind of so you're supportive of her, and your fingers are free. Her fingers are free, and you can kind of help her move around or whatever she might need to do, and you've kind of got her support. So if she starts to fall, you've got her. So Connor, that looks good. Yep, perfect. And maybe help lift your dad's hand up, or so you've kind of got support of him. Perfect. And Emily, you are doing good. And Grandpa's hand's bigger than yours, but you still are able to support him, and you're holding him up, and you can help him walk or do things. Let's see here. Okay, so Luke is the one with the dementia. Perfect. And so you got him, and does that feel good in your hand? Maybe, okay.
Very uncomfortable.
Perfect. So, that's the basic hand under hand, and we'll watch a little bit more video and see what Tifa has to say.
Now, here's what we're going to do. You're going to lay your other hand on top of the back of their hand. You try this. Get them to, oh, now this is an interesting phenomenon. The oldest sensory motor track in the human brain is eye-hand. It is the one that develops first. You put a baby, sit it up at 3 months.